So what you're going to start with is a pot that is like this. It's kind of big, it's a good sized pot. Then you're going to need some oil, any type you like. You just need to add the oil to kind of cover the bottom of the pot. So kind of like that. It's good enough. Spray it around. Then just get ready to turn on the heat. There we go. Now just wait for the oil to kind of heat up while I show you what you need for this thing. You're gonna need some onions right here. If you don't want a lot of onions like me, you can just add less. Then you're gonna need some meat. I have some beef right here that I already marinated overnight. You can use whatever kind of meat you like. If you want chicken, you can put chicken in there. I know you don't eat pork, so if you have lamb, put lamb in there. And you will eventually need some rice, but not right now. Right now we're going to try and cook the onion and the meat just a bit before we add in the rice. So once the oil is kind of hot and ready to go, since I'm filming with one hand and cooking with another, I will need to use tongs to put in the meat. And just add them all in the pot. And just kind of fry them lightly. You don't need to completely cook them at this moment in time, because the cooking process is going to be extremely long, because you also have to cook the rice in there as well. So just kind of add it in there and give it a blast of heat. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to use a wooden spoon to kind of shuffle them around. Make sure you set your heat to kind of like just medium, because that's like the best for cooking stuff like this. And just kind of shuffle them around, just start cooking them. Okay, so the meat has now been cooking for roughly 5 minutes or so. It's kind of browned on most sides and it's kind of nice. So I'll begin to just add in where do I put this? I'm just going to begin to add in the onion as well. Add it in there. So it's all in there now. Just kind of once again, shuffle it around and just make sure that the onions are cooked. Just kind of giving it a blast of heat. I put in way too much onion. What am I doing? Anyways, just kind of shuffle them around and just cook them. So now the onions are kind of brownish and it's getting soft, so what you need to do next is get something. I have this cup right here and just get some water. Okay. So you will need to add a bit of water so that things start floating. That is not enough. Maybe just a touch more water. Okay, just need to add just a bit in there. So things just start floating, because you will need to make like just a bit of water for the rice to come in later, and it's gonna be cooked on top of all of this. Because this is rice pilaf, it basically just means rice cooked in like an aromatic broth. It just kind of like seasons and flavors the rice as this cooks. So just kind of heat up a bit. So you will need to probably cook all this for a while so that the water level drops just a bit, and then we'll prepare the rice. Now this entire soup thing has been cooking for like 5 minutes. The water levels kind of dropped down just a bit. I already have some rice right here. It's like 2.5 to 3 cups of rice. I already rinsed it beforehand, so it's ready to go. So now you just need to just slowly add in the rice to the top of everything over here. So just don't just kind of sprinkle it in. You just spread it around the pot. Gosh, it's sticky. It's gonna be quite some cleanup to do later. So you just need to like create a layer of rice on top of everything. I need a spoon for this. This is so sticky. So don't make a mistake like me and use your hands. Just grab a spoon, make your life easy. Okay, now that we got that, you need to lower your heat to the lowest you can get. Right about there. Then start using the spoon to kind of spread out the rice and create a layer of rice. So usually you will need to add some water to the top of the rice so it starts cooking. Now there's already quite the amount of rice in here. Quite the amount of water with the rice, so I just need to add just a touch more water. So like an inch of water above the rice. It should be enough to just start steaming the rice and start cooking it. Okay. Like that, pretty nice. So now it's just playing the waiting game. You just gotta wait for just a couple minutes, and I'll be back when the rice starts absorbing the water and start popping out again. So I've been cooking this for like 10 to 15 minutes, and the water level has kind of dropped, and you start seeing the rice starting to appear again. So just take a wooden spoon and just carefully mix the rice layer around. Don't dig too deep because you will reach like the meat and onions. So just kind of mix the rice around just a bit. Okay. Now you would take something with like a circular bottom. I don't have anything, but this is about as close as it gets. And you just kind of make 3 holes in the rice. So there's 1, there's 2, then just make a 3rd one. See the water down below. And then you will take a lid and just slap it on there. So now it depends. If your lid has like a small hole like this, then you can just close it completely. But if your lid does not kind of close completely and have a lid like this, or kind of ventilate, you'll need to kind of offset it like this. So mine has a hole, I just put it in there. And now you're just slow steaming all the rice in there. So you need to set it for 25 minutes on low heat as usual. And you just let it sit there, playing the waiting game. Okay, so it's 25 minutes over. Just open it up. Oh boy, that looks exciting. So now that everything's done, you can just shuffle everything up, just mix them up real good. And that's practically it. That's the dish. All in one pot. Just mix them up just a bit. Turn off the gas before something burns down. Just mix them up. Now the rice should already be well flavored by the broth with the meat and onions inside of there. But you can always add a bit of soy sauce, a bit of fish sauce or something similar. Maybe some chili sauce, give some extra flavor. But practically this is it. Rice pilaf. Bon appetit.